Fear isn't a bad thing. Fear is only a bad thing when it stops you from taking that next step. Fear is good.
We are our own weakness when we don't know everything, and we're never going to know everything. So you have to go out there and talk. You have to ask. Some people say, I'm not comfortable asking for help. Well, that sounds like a personal problem because now you are your own limitation. Why not take the opportunity in a moment and make it to where it matters? Every 12 weeks, you have a very intentional group of people, and every time I do it, I have a huge milestone. Last year was I bought a house. I got a PhD after one of them, and now I'm leaving the government.
Let's go back to Russia. You made a decision to be adopted?
Yeah, crazy story. God's story too.
Welcome to In Search of Excellence Island Style, powered by the Broker Mortgage Experts. This podcast highlights leaders raising the standard through consistent values-driven leadership, lived with aloha.
Where'd you get the name Uliya from? What's the background on that?
I was born in Russia.
You were born in Russia, and now you're here.
Yeah.
Wow, we're going to get into that. So Uliya Sparks, I met Uliya 5 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
I came and talked at our church. We both go to Inspire. It was at a career transition workshop I did for Inspire. It was a luncheon. That's where I met you. Yeah. And you and I talked, and I mentioned you. We talked a little bit about buying a house, and you're like, "Oh, I'm not ready." Da da da.
No way.
And then just a little over a year ago, you bought your first home in Hawaii.
Yeah.
How was that experience?
It was great.
Yeah?
But it was all God. I wasn't planning on buying that last year. I wasn't planning on buying it. My landlord told me he was moving back 2027. And last year was 2025. So when I started thinking about buying, possibly, I knew I had about a year. And from the time I went to look, and that was end of April, and I think I touched base with you. I said, can we do a soft qualification? And you're like, yeah, sure. I said, don't run my credit. I don't want my credit being ruined. And you told me, okay. And I think that gave me the peace of mind. And then I went and looked over a weekend, and I came to your workshop that same week.
That's right. It was a VA seminar I did. Yeah.
And I didn't want to leave for some reason because I came, my daughter was not in the mood, so she wanted to leave. And I waited, and I said, hold on, give me a second. And your friend, Mr. Sepulveda.
Yeah, Dan.
Yeah. Came over, and I told him specifically what I was looking for because that weekend I went and looked, and I knew exactly where I wanted to live. And he said, there's one available right now. I said, no way. What?
That was the craziest thing.
That was the craziest thing.
It was stars aligned. God has something to do with it. It got us together in the first place, and it made you comfortable enough to come and do the application with me. And then you're at the webinar, and literally you were looking in that neighborhood already. I think you were looking at new construction.
I was looking at new construction.
Yeah, you were looking at new construction. And this other property came up, and you got pretty solid credits on it. We did enough to do a buy down.
Yeah.
And I don't think you paid any closing costs.
I did not. Yeah. This was all God because the realtor, the broker, and even the people that were working with you when I was looking, everyone was specifically assigned. And I know this is a podcast, so people are going to see it, but it's all God. All God.
You know what? We both go to the same church.
Yeah.
You know what? There's a common theme here.
Yeah.
Right? It's not just us in this.
It's not by chance.
No.
It doesn't just happen.
No,
as
it doesn't.
Pastor Mike would say.
And that's right, Pastor Mike. And so, what's it been like being a homeowner?
It's still a little surreal. So it's been a year. I bought in May, my daughter's birthday. May 21st is when we signed the paperwork. This year, later, I refinanced because remember we had the buy down. Refinancing was another very surreal moment because you helped me with that. And when I knew the time with that percentage, the buy down percentage was coming to an end, so I didn't want a larger mortgage payment. It was going to just really shoot it up. But we closed on a day after Juliana's birthday. Isn't that crazy?
It's so funny. We got you in there and we had a couple of months to spare.
Yeah.
And the one thing that a lot of people, they want the lowest rate.
Yeah.
And we get to the lowest rate that we've seen, and then they're like, it's going to go down.
Yeah.
And they're like, I'm going to wait.
Yeah.
And then you know what?
Yeah.
There's no guarantee that they're going to go lower. And we just, you know what?
Yeah.
Let's
lock
do it.
Down.
And there's a risk reward. The risk is rates go up, and then I don't refinance, and now my payment goes up $400 or $500 a month. The reward is rates go down, and then you can save, but there's no guarantee, and the risk is not worth the chance. So, first night in the home, what was that like?
I couldn't believe it was mine. It was my daughter and I both just went up and down the stairs. There's a lot of stairs there. Hopefully 3 stories.
Yeah, okay, so keep on. I know, I love your house.
Thank you. We it was surreal. It was mine. We had ideas to what we wanted to do with it, and it's not something you can do with a rental. Paint the walls and how you want to, what kind of chandelier you want to put up, it's yours. It's an investment, and on top of that, cherry on top, it's in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, first night in the home, what was your biggest fear about being a homeowner? And what kept you from buying? How long have you been on island?
5 years.
5 years. Okay, so not too long.
Yeah.
But still.
Long enough.
Yeah, long
when
enough.
I first moved here, people warned me about it, but I didn't pay attention to it. Sticker price or sticker shock.
Yep.
Sticker shock. Yep. Yeah, sticker shock. And I was $1 million home. Are you insane? I'm used to coming from mainland, Colorado, Texas, Minnesota. 200,000 will buy you a mansion. 300,000. We're talking about $1 million here.
Yeah.
For a small, no backyard, $1 million. So that's what prevented me from buying.
So let's go back.
Yeah.
Russia. When did you come to the USA?
Okay, so I was born in Russia. I stayed in Russia until I was 12. I was adopted by an American family who lived in Minnesota. And I
was going to say, you have a Russian and a Minnesotan. That's weird. I've never
heard
it.
And Texas, yeah, because I lived in Texas for 6 years, a long time. And yeah, they adopted myself, my sister, and one other girl.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and we moved and we gained 3 additional siblings. So it was a whole bunch of us. Yeah.
It has nothing to do with all the fraud up there, right? It's all legit.
It's all legit, yeah.
Okay. I'm just curious. I don't know.
My sister, she works for social work, so I hear all about it.
Oh, yeah? In Minnesota?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's a whole other topic.
That's a whole other podcast.
Yeah, wow. So now you grow up in Minnesota. And then you made this crazy decision.
Yeah.
Why? Why did you join the Army?
Same reason I decided that I wanted to be adopted. I knew there was more. There was more to where I was.
So let's go back to Russia. You made a decision to be adopted?
Yeah, crazy story, God's story too. I'm gonna try to make it short. During the communism, it broke down. The families in the small villages, they stopped receiving resources. So a lot of families started to break apart, and a lot of adults became alcoholics. And so me and my siblings, I was the oldest. My grandma's friend, she recognized what was happening, and she came over one time and she asked where my parents were, and I said, I don't know. And she asked me if I needed help. And I knew she wasn't meaning help in the moment. I knew that she was talking about, do you want out? And God prompted me to step into that very moment of there's an opportunity, and he showed me something more. So I said, yeah. And next thing I know, we went to social services.
That's so courageous to stand up.
I was 10.
You were 10. Now.
9 or 10. Yeah.
9, still, and you're the oldest. I'm
the oldest.
And you 2 siblings.
Yeah, my siblings are 2 and 2, so 2 years younger than me, and then 2 years younger than my middle sibling.
Wow. So how long was the process to get adopted?
Well,
did they take you out of the home?
They take you out, but then they put you in a temporary home. It's a local orphanage, and they keep you there about 6 months to see if the parents will get better. Obviously, in my case, it did not. So they moved us to a permanent home. But in the meantime, my brother was pulled from the orphanage. My sister was brought, and it ended up being just me and my sister that went to the orphanage.
Okay.
Yeah.
But just you and your sister got adopted. And what about your brother? Where's your brother?
He stayed behind.
Is he still in Russia? Yeah.
Yeah.
What's he doing now?
I think honestly, a few years ago, I think he was a truck driver, but
Okay.
I'm not
Don't know.
100% sure.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Talk about courage.
Yeah.
And I didn't know any of this before.
Yeah.
I just thought you had a cool accent.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. No, I'm kidding. I did, but
Yeah.
you joined the Army.
I did. So that's another thing. I joined the Army because I wanted to get out of the small town. I saw no future there.
Yeah.
In Aiken, Minnesota. Very small town.
Northern Minnesota?
Northern, yeah.
Like Canada Northern or kind
No.
of middle?
I think middle, yeah. It's about a couple hours north of the cities.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So you joined the Army. What'd
Yeah.
you do in the Army?
I was logistics.
Okay.
I couldn't pass my ASVAB test. Isn't that crazy? Took me 3 times.
How the hell do you fail an ASVAB test? I never took one. So
It's possible.
obviously, you took it 3 times.
I know.
Was it just a language barrier thing? 'Cause,
I have
mean,
no idea. I don't like tests.
You don't like tests?
I don't like
My
tests.
daughter's the same way.
Yeah.
She would be a great loan officer. I want her to be a loan officer so bad, and she'd be
Keep saying
amazing.
it. Keep saying it.
But she doesn't want. She's happy doing what she's doing. She's amazing at what she does.
She'll come back.
But yeah, she don't like taking tests
Yeah.
either.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Test is not my strength, but then I went and got PhD.
We'll get into that.
Yeah.
So this is fascinating. So you fail your ASVAB twice or 3 times.
Yeah.
You become logistics in the
Yeah.
Army. So that's where they put the people who aren't very smart. Is
Stop.
that what you're saying? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I wouldn't know, but logistics, it is a lot. It's women heavy, MOS.
Okay.
In the
No.
Army. But he's always looked out for me, always. So when I joined the military, I got caught up in this deploy every other year, stuck in Texas, Fort ID. And where the unit that I was with, there's SSA, which is a big warehouse, and then there's tech supply. I was in a tech supply, which is much smaller. There's a leader, and then there's a couple other people who run the shop. It was aviation supply, so it wasn't toilet paper supply. That's the only way I distinguish the difference between luggies.
Okay. All right. So you did. How long were you in the Army? Sorry.
Army, I was 6 years and 2 months.
Okay. So you did. That's
Yeah.
a pretty good amount of time. That's awesome.
But I knew it wasn't going to be forever. I just
Yeah.
needed college money.
Okay.
Yeah.
And a lot of people. You joined for 2 of the reasons why most people join.
Yeah.
They want to stay for college.
Yeah.
And they want to get out of wherever they're at.
Yeah.
Actually, our last guest, the past client, one of the reasons he joined is like, I got to get out.
Yeah.
Got to get
Yeah.
out of town
Yeah.
for different reasons, but
Yeah.
still. The other one is they want to serve their country.
Yeah.
You know, and that's.
I mean, that's definitely helpful.
Yeah. No, I mean, when I used to interview all my sailors when they would come to my commands, I always asked them, why'd you join? And it was one of those 3 things.
Yeah.
So, did you get out of the Army while you were here?
No.
Or what brought you to Hawaii?
Yeah, okay, I'll
From
tell you.
Texas, right?
No. So in Texas, I got out of military because I was in love.
Oh, my.
I married my ex-husband, and we moved to Alabama. And from Alabama, I got into a GS job.
Okay.
But this is another guy.
Was he active duty
He
still?
was active
Okay.
duty then, yeah.
Alright.
And I was studying my bachelor's computer science. And when I was looking for jobs, I couldn't find a job. And being prior military, everybody says you can find a job, and I couldn't find one. Everybody wanted experience, different kind of experience. And I was logistics, but I also didn't want to work in a warehouse. So I was being a little bit picky. Safety Center in Alabama, Army, hired me as a records manager. But guess where it was at? It was in a G6 team, which is IT department.
Was
Yes.
you in?
Yeah, that was my end. And
Okay.
the leadership there took care of me. They helped me get my certs. They didn't have to. And that's really how my career got started.
So, again, God
Yeah.
gave you that opportunity.
Okay.
The people saw
Yeah.
just how special you were. And obviously, I'm sure you work hard. I know you work
Oh,
hard.
yeah. My work ethic Don't play with that.
Don't
I
play
don't.
with that.
I know. I don't play with that.
And you know what? And I bet, and I love the relationship you have with Gigi, your daughter. Sees
you.
that too. She
Thank you.
sees how
Yeah.
hard you work.
Thank you. She has a business now.
Does she? What's
Yeah.
your business?
It's called All Dogs LLC. She makes products for dogs.
No way.
Yeah, Alicia's Colors. Paw Balm. Yeah, it's a chapstick for their paws.
Oh, shut the front door. I
Yes.
didn't know. That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be in the pod. We'll put the information in the podcast so you can go. So what's it
That'd be
called
awesome.
again?
All Dogs.
All Dogs. ALL Dogs.
ALL Dogs. Yeah, I
Okay.
just spelled for a second.
Okay. All Dogs. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you're in Alabama.
Yeah, I'm in Alabama, and I have a good job now at GS, and I see opportunities, and my ex-husband is serving. He and we are on the brink of splitting up, so he decides we need to move. So he moves us to Colorado, and we end up having Juliana, and I end up splitting up as soon as she is born. So that's a different story, but
Yeah.
that's how I got to Colorado.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
But we're in Hawaii. How'd you get here?
Okay, so when I moved to Colorado, I just finished my bachelor's degree in computer science. Air Force has a program. It's called Palace Acquire Internship. I didn't even know I got in it when I interviewed for it, but I applied for 100 different positions. And because I graduated in December, we moved, I think it was by May, and they called me and they asked if I was available, and I think I was on my, what is it called, paternity? Maternity, yeah. And I said, yes, absolutely. And I started, I think it was at the end of my time off, and I started being an intern in the Air Force, and it's an accelerated program, 7911. And when you finish that program, it's a leadership program in IT, cyber. They basically train you to be SES level. And that's kind of how I got to progress fairly quickly from 7 to now 14.
You're 14. For those of you who don't know, the GS rating system, the government
There's only 15.
There's only 15, and then SES, right?
And then,
After that.
Yeah, SES general.
Wow,
level, yeah.
that's pretty impressive. And how old are you?
I just turned 40.
Oh my gosh.
So it only took me 10 years.
10 years.
Yeah.
That's impressive. That's
Thank
hard
you.
work. That's
Thank you.
nose to the grindstone.
Commitment. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Commitment.
And being in the right place
Yeah.
and taking advantage of the opportunity.
Yeah.
That's so impressive.
Yeah.
So you took the job out here. Was it a 9 job or a 7 job out here?
It was 14.
It was, the 14
Yeah,
job.
so in Colorado, I moved around 3 times.
Yeah.
I went from Schriever, because that's where I started my internship. Then I moved to Peterson. And then I got a 13 job when Space Force was being started. I got a job at a comm there to transition the IT flights as a 13. And then when things got a little crazy there, I'm not going to go into it, but interviewed for a job out here as an ISM, Information System Security Manager.
Okay.
And working for SAF, which is on the East Coast, being here, supporting
So
our
early
mission.
hours. You got early hours in.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm used to that though.
Yeah.
I like
I
that.
like early hours.
Yeah, so do I.
yeah.
At least you the rest of the day.
Yeah.
All right, so you're out here, and I hate to go back to real estate, but why?
No, okay.
Why didn't
This is
you?
great.
Why didn't you buy when you got here?
So when I knew I was coming out here, my best friend used to live here, and she was another God story. I'll tell you another day. But she was out here, and she said, "Hey, so she's reservist, and so she was working with another. I think he's a reservist, maybe active duty. I think he's active duty, but she knew him, and he had a house, and he was getting ready to PCS, and I was coming in, but there was like 4 months in between." And she was trying to set it up where he will rent the house to me. And I was already, because I trusted her judgment, I said, just go look at the house, make sure it's good for me and G. It's a huge house, too. It was like 1,200 square foot, 2 stories, 3 bedroom, but it's just me and Juliana.
Yeah.
She showed me pictures, and I was like, okay, I'll sign it. And I signed it before I even saw it. And when I came out there, the owner was so kind.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Where was that?
This is in Neva Beach.
Oh, in Neva Beach.
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
yeah, Neva Beach. But that's why I didn't buy.
Yeah.
So I was able to
You were
renew.
comfortable.
Yes,
Yeah.
so comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. But my rent went up a little bit every year, just tiny bit. It wasn't too much. He was very kind to us. It was divine assignment from God. And the only reason I stepped out of that house is because he told me he was moving back, and I didn't want to be pushed out. I am in a position to always have a plan, prepared plan. And that's why I started looking.
And then obviously we connected
Yeah.
again a couple of times.
It was Martina, because you did your workshops,
Yep.
which was great. I love coming to those because I feel like I learn something new all the time. And just reconnecting with the people that are there too. And then Martina, she asked for us to come out there too because I think she was speaking maybe. I don't know.
There was another
reason,
event. It was another event.
Yeah.
She was speaking. We've done some stuff together before.
Yeah.
All right. So, what has been your biggest challenge? I think, or you think, as a homeowner?
Insurance. Oh my gosh. Insurance has been the biggest.
Homeowners insurance or
Anything.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you. First mortgage that I had last year. You know how you guys set me up, but the Hopeely has hurricane insurance from the get-go. But the mortgage, they kept telling me, but they wouldn't reach out or call me or anything. This is all snail mail. And they would say that your insurance is inadequate and da-da. So I finally started paying attention. I called them. I'm like, what are you talking about? I have insurance. They said the amount that Hopeely has per unit is not enough, so I had to get more insurance.
Really?
Yes. So that was one of them. Then you have don't let me lie to you, but there's a couple other things that I had to do. I just wish there was one bundle for everything.
Yeah.
It's just inconvenient, and I don't like the way people were communicating because it's hard to get a hold of them. I feel like the process could be a little bit more improved.
We need to look at that too. Seriously, we'll look at that on our end and see.
No, I think you guys did your part.
Oh, I know, but that doesn't make sense because I have other clients who bought, and I don't recall them having the same inadequate amount of
the total
hurricane.
per unit.
Yeah. So now you're with a different.
Now I'm with a different. So I did get the email, or
Okay.
not email. It was mail that I need insurance, so I gotta go and provide it to them.
You've already paid for it. So I think a lot of times there's a check.
Yeah.
The letter comes and it passes a check in the mail. So you just got to give it some time. But keep me in the loop on that for sure.
Sounds good.
All right. So aside from homeowners insurance, which is a pain in the ass, it really is. But I tell you, having a good homeowners insurance company is, at least, so I have a broker who I've used them. Matter of fact, we recommend them as one of the options for you to choose. And he's helped me and help my clients so many times. Like, the worst nightmare, you just move into a home. Adam Sloan, I'm talking about you, buddy. All right. You move into a home and the bathtub, the little sink thing, it's leaking. And it leaks into the bottom of the unit downstairs. And basically the bathroom collapses on the bathroom below.
Stop. I saw it in movies. I've never.
Yeah, he calls me freaking out. I'm like, hold on. So I'm like, I get on the phone with Reed, my insurance guy, who I referred him to, used with. And he's like, all right, I got it. Okay, got it. Here's the claim number. I'll give him a call. He took it like that. Boom, got the claim started, and they got all the repairs done. But, matter of fact, I was just at an event yesterday on the North Shore, and it was where all the realtors come in on the North Shore, and they talk about and they have different sponsors, and he was one of the sponsors. Oh, wow. And normally the vendors, like the lenders, will go up and they'll talk about themselves and give a Starbucks card or whatever. I'm like, I had no Starbucks card. I had nothing. So I just get up there. I'm like, I'm Larry the LO. You guys know me. And I'm like, realtors, you don't need another gift card. What you need is some wisdom.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, let me talk to you about mutual underwriters. They should be sponsoring us, by the way. Mutual underwriters. And I told them how Reed is my insurance guy. And if you want somebody who's going to give you on-island, all-the-time service, great service, this is the guy. And I didn't tell him anything about myself. But no, they have insurance. Good insurance is so important. And a lot of people, they want to go use USAA. especially military. We use USAA on the mainland.
Yeah.
Well, you say, hey, one, they don't insure. I don't think they even insure condos out here. And you're not going to get the same level of service out here. And I think they're doing third party now. To correct me if I may be wrong, but they're doing third party. They're not even doing the insurance. They're third partying out to somebody else. So really, there's kind of like in California, there's some of the insurers have left the market here.
Yeah.
So you're really limited on the choices you have. But you got to have somebody who's going to answer the phone when you need.
Yeah.
But all right, what else? What other issues have you had? What other
Challenges.
challenges in home ownership? Because that's an issue for sure, but that's not that bad.
No, honestly, I am very happy with where I bought because out of convenience to H1, convenience to the location of living by the mall, the store. Honestly, I haven't had too many challenges. Even the neighbors are amazing. And honestly, there's a lot of people from Inspire Church there.
Oh, is that right?
Around there, yeah. So I feel...
We're taking over the island.
We are, for real.
It feels like it.
But there's that extra level of favor in that area.
Yeah.
It's just...
It's so special.
It
really
is. I absolutely love living there. I honestly haven't had too many challenges.
So you're doing okay then.
Yeah.
Good. So speaking of that, it's expensive to live here.
Oh my gosh.
How the hell? And there's a lot of people who don't think they can buy, but
There's options.
How do you? And you were worried about it when we first talked. I remember you were worried. If you
I couldn't afford $1 million home.
But you didn't have to buy, and you didn't buy $1 million home.
I did not.
So,
that's correct.
But you're single mom.
I am single.
You're
mom.
out here.
Yeah.
How do you afford to live out here? Everybody's the big buzzword is affordability.
Yeah.
And it's not affordable to live in Hawaii. How do you do that as a single mom?
So it didn't just happen overnight. I've had to put in time and effort and other things that mattered in the season that I was in, aka military. Military now pays me.
Yeah, 14 is pretty good pay.
No, VA.
Oh.
Prior military.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But yes, then
So you got disability rating?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
100%?
Yeah. Yeah.
You weren't always 100% though, were you?
No.
When did you get to 100%?
Last year.
Last year.
To fight for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's putting in. A lot of people say, when I get to this age, when I do this, when something else happens, why not take the opportunity in a moment and make it to where it matters down this time?
Do it now. You're not guaranteed tomorrow.
You're not guaranteed,
You're not guaranteed tomorrow.
Exactly.
So you got 100%.
Yeah, so VA helps, and I started at 30%. They weren't paying me nothing.
Yeah.
It was enough for maybe one grocery run.
You got your disability exemption, right?
Yeah.
So you're paying $25 a month on your property taxes.
I
right?
think so. I know.
We got to verify
yeah.
that because we got to verify that.
Because I know last year.
We did it. I know we did it for you, but last year you weren't at 100% though, were you?
No, but once I got my letter, I went.
You went. Okay, good. That disability exemption is huge.
Yeah,
it takes you down from what usually property tax on your place is probably $150 to $160 a month, maybe $180.
You know what's killing me right now, though? HOA.
Oh, bro. Oh.
That's enough.
It is, and one of the reasons why homes are taking so long, especially on the west side, has always had lower HOA fees, but they're going up. I know.
A month.
And
but it's not even the HOA; it's the maintenance fee, $700.
Yeah, it's part of it's the hurricane insurance.
Yeah.
Which is why.
Wait, but I have the hurricane insurance.
Exactly.
So why am I?
That's what my concern is. So that's what we got to find out. But yeah, it's hurricane insurance because of Maui, and now we have the North Shore flooding that we had, and then mismanagement within some of the HOAs not having the requisite amount of money in their reserves to cover emergencies, to cover roads, and doing all those things that they're responsible for as a HOA. I do know that HOA fees are going down. They're coming down a little bit. They went up a lot. They're starting in some areas. They're starting to come back down a little bit, but not as much as they went up.
Dan lives in the area, and I know that we had a community meeting. I didn't even know about it, but I happened to see it on one of those hopefully. There's a random community
Little
chat
Facebook
group,
page,
yeah. And I saw that it was happening, so I'm like, let me dial into it. It was interesting, but the meeting was very matter of fact. It didn't really lean toward hearing the people. It was just, let's just get this over with because we got to do it. And I'll get into it more from a human perspective, but that's not how we should treat each other. That's not how we take care of each other. It's not very aloha. And we are in Hawaii, so there's an expectation of aloha that I see sometimes gets forgotten about.
You know what? And it gets totally forgotten about in HOAs, period.
Oh my gosh.
So I have homes in 2 communities here, and the community HOA that we have in Koalina, it's been terrible. Just terrible. And we're changing it. It's gradual. But you have people who, this is their chance to be the king, to really take over. And just the absolute abuse of power that some HOA boards have, and in particular presidents, people who want to be presidents, had it in the last one, and we're starting to see that in the community I live in now. And luckily, if the community is a good community, they will start talking and working to keep it a good community.
Affordable.
Because it's affordable, but it's not just about affordability. It's just about, you don't want to live in a community where people are hostile to each other. And it starts with the politics within the community. And we got enough political problems across the country. You shouldn't have to deal with politics in your neighborhood. And unfortunately, I think we see that in a lot of HOAs on the island, which is why a lot of people don't want to live in an area with an HOA. But it's just a fact of life. You're going to have to, if you're not buying that $1.5 million home, probably going to have an HOA.
I appreciate HOA. They do a lot, which I think as a community we can improve on taking care of our neighborhoods much better. But it's just the cost that comes with it. It's not necessary, in my opinion.
Wow. I agree 100%. But HOA, that is, and for people who are out looking for homes in Oahu, anywhere, you always gotta ask, what does the HOA fee cover? Because in some cases, like in one of my communities, it covers everything except to include your cable, your internet, your phone, front yard maintenance, the pool, the hot tub. The only your sewage and your water. The only thing you pay for is your electricity. That's it, and it's between $750, $850 a month total. And it's a little less if you use less water. That's not bad, but there are some communities where you get nothing, and you're paying $1,000 a month. So you got to know what you're paying for, and then unfortunately, a lot of times people don't see. In most cases, people don't see. You need to go and look at the minute meetings from the board, because when you're buying a home, that seller is supposed to provide those. So these are the board meeting
pretty sure
minutes.
I got a lot of documents when I was buying.
You did, and you don't even know what you're doing.
I know, I did it. I'll reference it later.
But the most important thing you're going to read is what's in those HOA documents, because you're going to find out what are the rules that are you're going to break. Like, I can't hang a towel over the rail, or I can't have a flag or a decoration out for more than 7 days, whatever. You don't know that stuff until you get the warning letter saying you violated this, you did this, your trash can was over, the lid didn't shut down entirely. But we could talk about HOAs all day.
Forever.
Let's go back to affordability, though.
Yeah, so another thing that DOD has been my career for a long time.
No, DOW.
DOW, no, that's correct. Department of War. We are not Department of Defense anymore. That's correct. Thank you for correcting me. But that has been my career. So when I left the military, I bought back my time, and actually August will be 22 years. And
working civil service?
Civil servant, yeah.
Holy Toledo.
Yes. But
you're only 40 years old.
I know.
It's 18. So you joined the Army at 18?
Yeah.
My gosh.
But that's what I mean. You have to take certain opportunities and you have to invest in those opportunities.
Yeah.
Because then later on at 40, you can actually afford to live in Hawaii. And although we're very blessed, Juliana and I, to be able to afford to live in Hawaii, but I made a decision to leave government so I can step into entrepreneurship.
Is that the surprise?
That is a surprise.
I knew you had started like a nonprofit.
Yeah, I started it. I got an LLC, and
Is-
7th of August is my last day in the government.
Oh my gosh.
You see
That
that
is a
face?
huge. So what's your company? What are you going to do?
So I have a nonprofit called Cyber Seeds. We bring awareness of what technology does to the human behind it. And my LLC is Reckless Technologies, which is a cybersecurity consulting. But we focus on virtual AI type of risk behavior that I'm starting to see a lot of operations that are managed by one person and is very much part of their operational center. Yeah, it's a very cool thing.
That is a big jump. That's like jaw dropping because you have much comfort in the GS14.
There's security. There's
lots of security.
They move me whenever I'm ready to move, but I felt with getting closer to God, He really starts to show you your purpose in life. And the last couple of years, He's shown me, He's taught me to pay attention to what He has poured into me to then set me up to have the nonprofit and LLC. And then very intentional people around me that poured into me. Staying in the DOD became where it just started being noise versus what really mattered. And people at the end of the day is what really mattered.
The DOW knows about this, right?
Oh,
They
yeah.
know you're leaving, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
I gave
all
my
right.
notice.
Okay.
Actually, I gave them a notice in May.
Yeah.
And there's a whole reform that's happening with the way President Trump is doing things. So a lot of people, they told us March or April, they told us that we need to start looking for jobs.
Okay.
And I wasn't ready to move. I just bought a house. I have a community. And nonprofit is starting to thrive. I wasn't ready to move. And I don't want to work for other organizations that are on the island.
If you want to, I think you have to. If so many young people are, they're like, I just watched. No, I did. I listened on the radio. I was coming home from surfing this morning with my son, and there was a song called "Credit Card."
Oh, okay.
And it was, I don't know, some pageless something or other. But we got to play it and actually call it up. But basically, she's saying, never leaving home. What's the use of watching my credit score? Fucking spend it all. Or max it out. And I'm like, that sounded like me when I was a kid.
Yeah.
What's the big deal about having a credit score if I'm never going to buy a home?
Yeah.
Max it out. And then she went, And I was listening, I'm dying, but then I'm thinking, that's a lot of people feel that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I don't even know what brought that up. We were talking about what I was mentioning, and holy God, I'm so old.
That's okay.
How difficult it is for young adults, college graduates, to get jobs right now.
But it's not. Jobs are out there. Wait. Jobs. Okay, here on the island, I have participated in multiple workforce development programs. And there are lots of jobs out there.
Okay.
It is the comfort that goes behind the young people that they don't want to leave home. They just want to do whatever.
Mom and dad will pay for it.
Mom and dad take care of me. They don't.
I think at some point, though, they don't want to. Most people don't want to live with their parents.
Most people, I definitely didn't want to.
No, I didn't. I was gone at 18.
Yeah. I signed the paper 17. They had to sign for it.
Okay.
Because I signed in April and I had to wait the whole month of May. And then my boot camp was July.
Okay.
And they had to sign off on my behalf. I knew what I wanted to do.
Yeah. I want to be logistics.
No, I did not want to be logistics. I wanted to be out of that town. The means sometimes doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The means of how you get somewhere. You just know you have a set goal, and that's what you're supposed to focus in on.
So you're starting your business. You're taking that nonprofit to another level, basically.
An LLC.
And you're consulting. So you have the cyber seeds, but then you have your cyber
Reckless
consulting.
technologies, yep.
Reckless technologies.
Yeah.
Now, how are you going to build your business doing that? Because I don't know. I have my own vacation rental business.
Yeah.
And I think it's so important to have your own business if you really want to not pay the taxman everything.
The nonprofit and LLC weren't part of my dream. Remember I told you I was honed in on SES? That's what I thought I was going to do for the rest of my life, my career. And when I came here, when I started getting closer to God, He showed me something that I didn't really know I wanted. And getting involved in the church, the community, being around kids is my heart. My daughter, she was kind of my guinea pig for how to raise her in a tech-heavy society.
Yeah.
And I was always very intentional about having safety rails around technology and the way she was introduced to it.
How old is she now?
13.
13. So she's a freshman?
No, she'll be in 8th grade.
She's in 8th grade, 13? Is that it?
Yeah,
I guess so,
yeah. 14 is...
So does she have her own phone?
She does
has
now.
To have,
She
you
does
have to have your
now.
own phone.
So because I'm a single mom, I had to introduce that early. I think 10 is when she received the phone. However, I very much was very parental, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just set the features and be done with it. It's constant communication, constant checking in, constant looking over shoulder. What are you doing? And allowing them to be able to express themselves, to be curious. They're going to be curious about this tool. And if we tell them absolutely not, you cannot, they're going to find a different way to get to it.
Yeah, it's like telling Larry Gonzales he can't drink at 15. Okay.
I agree. I don't know how we got on this topic, but when God shows you something, you step into it with faith. And honestly, I'm not too worried about, I'm not going to have a paycheck after 7th of August, but I know He will provide. I know it's a very crazy thing to say. I don't really have a certain anything. I know there's things building up to being able to get a paycheck, but I feel like the purpose behind the LLC and the nonprofit are bigger than where I was at.
Well, I think that is it's a big leap of faith. Faith in yourself, but also faith that God's going to provide for you. That's, wow. Good luck with it. No, I'm kidding.
No, seriously, I will keep you updated.
Yeah, please
I might cry. I'm like, Larry, I need money. But collective has been biggest part of my life.
I mean, you were one of the sponsors or speakers for one of the
I
collective
was.
events.
It was Women Empower.
Yes.
Which
I went to that.
Yeah.
I'm not a woman, but I went to that.
It
was good to support.
Yeah. So with that, there's Blue Suite, right? And we call it quarter. I call it quarter. We don't call it quarter. But every 12 weeks, you have a very intentional group of people. Mm-hmm. And every time I do it, I have a huge milestone. Last year was I bought a house. I got a PhD after one of them. And now I'm leaving the government. And Blue Suite just ended. So I'm a...
Who runs Blue Suite?
Matt.
I
don't know how to say yes,
laces.
that one.
Yeah. Also
Sorry, Matt. I don't know how to say your last name.
Yeah, Matt's a great guy. I love what he's doing there.
Yeah.
I do something similar, which is why I haven't done the Blues. I do it with my coaching group.
Okay.
We do something very similar.
Yeah.
But it's a great program for sure.
It, yeah.
And I got to get back into the collective.
Yeah.
I've been traveling so much.
Yeah.
It's just hard to. I think they've given up on me.
No,
and I think they have.
there's still people there. We have an event, Power Lunch coming up.
No.
What month am I in? August 29th. August 29th.
I'll be in Italy.
Stop. Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh, Dr.
What about July?
Dr. Darius is going to be there. I think there's a couple of,
I got to reach out to, to Pastor G.
There's an app now. I'll show it to you after
All right.
we're done. Yeah.
But on that note, let's take a quick break with a word from one of our sponsors, and we'll be right back. This episode of In Search of Excellence Island Style is powered by the Broker Mortgage Experts. If you're building wealth, creating stability, or planning your next real estate move, you need strategy, not just rates. The Broker Mortgage Experts are committed to helping families and investors build strong financial foundations through expert guidance and personalized mortgage solutions. Excellence starts with the right foundation. Connect with the Broker Mortgage Experts today. If you do the work, if you put in the effort, God's going to reward that. And it may not be when you expect it.
It's not. Yes, no, not yet.
Yeah.
There's a reason for that.
So I just had here, right before you came in, another Inspire, actually.
Nice.
Gal, Lexi Brown. She does couple.
Okay.
Yeah. She's and she's really found, she's lost 92 pounds.
That's
in
amazing.
13 months.
I love that when people put in that.
And it's no drugs.
Effort, yeah.
It's just taking care of yourself. It's
a
removing
commitment. It's a
removing things. And we were talking about, being proactive with God and just getting out there, taking chances, not being afraid to fail.
Yeah.
You can be afraid to fail, but that doesn't stop you.
Yeah.
Fear isn't a bad thing.
It's not.
Fear is only a bad thing when it stops you from taking that next step.
Yeah.
Fear is good.
So here's, there was a verse, I think it was earlier this year, because I was fearful of what was going to happen with the government. They're telling us to leave, find a job, and I'm just like, what is going on? But when that fear sets in, that's the devil trying to prevent you from moving forward. And so I had to really get serious about my relationship with God and get in the Word and surrender. And once I did that, the noise went away, and I was able to see clearly. I was able to understand what He had for me was much bigger than where I was at. And that fear left. And that's why now I'm going to help you out. Sure. Whatever you guys need. I'm still here. But I know my last day is 7th, and I'm going to be moving out to whatever God told me I have to go do. And that's protect the people.
It's funny. Lexi taught her word was obedience. And your word is surrender. Yeah. And I mean, that's pretty.
Obedience comes from surrendering.
Yeah.
You have to surrender your whole self before stepping into this active relationship with God, because God will wait for you. He chases you, but He'll
patient.
wait. He's so patient.
He's patient.
Yes, but when
He's been patient with me.
You've been doing great. Since 5 years ago, that workshop that you did, look at you. You got a podcast. Did you always have a podcast?
No,
Yeah.
Just started. I've had a goal to start a podcast probably for the last four years at least, and I just never. It was never important enough for me to make it happen. And then this year, when I was setting my goal is to start my podcast by the end of the first quarter.
It's all about intention.
Yeah, and Jade, she's listened to this for a long time. We just sat down, like, all right, let's get it. What do we need? Let's get it. All right, we need this. All right, let's get it.
That's
we tried
all
a couple
it is.
different things, didn't work. But I think we shot our first episode the last week of March.
Nice.
It didn't air until the second week of April.
Where are you airing?
Spotify, Apple,
Okay.
YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah. And we've had some pretty good guests so far. Actually, I'm wondering, no, I don't think he came to this one you were at. But the past client, he just bought a year ago as well.
Okay.
And I met him online. He was in Qatar. And we met via Zoom. And we ended up buying. Great kid. Used to live in a garage as a kid. He had his own, garages used to divide into 4.
I'm sure he's got a great story.
Great story.
Yeah, that's amazing. I'm sure you don't get sick of hearing.
We've had some pretty good ones. And I think we have some really good guests coming on. I can't wait to see this one. This one is, I'm pumped.
Yeah.
And even the ones where I didn't think they were going to be very good, when I listened to them, they came out really good.
Yeah, that's
and
amazing.
there's nothing, I don't think it has
Is it the editor? Do I need to steal her?
Well, she's in the Philippines.
Oh,
you got to
really?
find her. Yeah, virtual assistant.
How'd you find her?
It's process of elimination. So I went through this company. It's like remote scout something
That's
or other.
amazing.
And the first person we hired was not good.
Yeah.
I fired him about
Yeah.
a month in. The second
Yeah, you got him
one,
well quick.
yeah, the second one was good, but Jade was working. She wasn't working for me at the time. She was working with me. She kind of was because I was the only one who used her.
Yeah.
But I said everything has to go through Jade, and she kept bypassing her. I'm like,
Oh,
I told her, and then I told her one more. I'm
Yeah.
like, you got one more chance, and she did it again. I'm like, you're done.
Wow.
And then this one came in, and she's been really good. Yeah, super.
That is so
Yeah,
good.
and
Okay.
she's Christian too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
see,
yeah.
that's divine assignment.
And she's part of the family. I mean,
Yeah.
she really feels like part of the family. to
That's
me.
amazing.
So,
So good.
and we have issues. Nothing's perfect,
Yeah.
but we work through everything. It's funny. Sometimes she thinks I'm mad. I'm going to be mad, and
I could see that with your tone. It's your tone.
it's a
I could
dad.
see,
Dad.
yeah.
I go dad mode. I'm at a point now where getting mad isn't going to solve
Oh
the
my
problem.
gosh. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
When we hang on to that anger, there's no reason for it. The attachment that some people have to the anger and having to deal with that, I'm like, you're stressing me out. Can you just go handle that? There's no reason because there's always the good, the bad, and the ugly. They're all seasonal and they don't last forever.
No, they don't.
Okay.
You can make them last forever.
You can. That's a personal.
But exactly. You also have
Yeah.
the choice to let it just slide,
Yeah, let it go.
slide off your back and
Yeah.
move on. And it's taken me a long time.
Me too.
I mean,
yeah.
I have a hot temper.
Do you?
Oh God, yeah.
Oh, where's your wife? I have so many questions.
We will not be talking to Vicky. She will not be on this
Oh
podcast.
no, I think we're friends
Oh
virtually.
my no, she will not be on the podcast.
Oh, that's funny.
Totally have her on the.
You
She
do-
does not
should.
want to be on the podcast.
Oh, but you should.
Oh,
It'd be
she's-
so awesome.
I'll have Jade. Jade, she's my work wife.
No, but she's not seasoned yet. Your wife is.
My wife, yeah, like, she
Yeah.
knows
She's seen
Larry.
the good, the bad, and the ugly.
I can't get away with anything.
No.
Everybody tells her.
Oh, that's,
So-
that's what I love about the island. Everywhere Juliana goes, I got eyes. I got eyes. They just
Oh,
finished junior high camp.
How
I
was
knew
it?
it was so good. She
Yeah.
loved it. She absolutely loved it. And just seeing the kids transform their hearts for the love of Jesus.
Yeah.
And being kind to each other. You know, you have your onesies and twosies that are still, angry. But I'm
Well,
like,
I think most people go through that stage, though,
We do,
where
we
you
do.
don't believe. Like you lose faith or you question your faith.
Yeah.
I did. I mean,
Yeah,
I remember
did
my
too.
freshman year at the Naval Academy. I thought I was. I remember.
Your ego.
Oh
It's
God,
your
yes.
Ego.
We're at the Army-Navy game in Philadelphia, and we're out walking around after the game. It's dark. We actually walked to the wrong side of Philly, and some guy's coming up and says, "You want to give your life to Jesus?" And I'm like, "I am God."
Are you kidding me?
I'm like, "Oh well, I am God." And my friend's like,
That's a typical answer.
and I'm like,
though.
I control my destiny, and
Oh,
that
that's
was at the
ego
end.
all
That
the way.
total.
Yeah.
That was just a cocky.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
a confident. That was just a cocky knuckle,
Yeah.
knucklehead. And I was doing really my first semester. I had in my room. I had the highest GPA. I was like
Oh,
a
no
2.86.
wonder. It added
I was
fuel.
at 2.86. We had I was in a room with a bunch of rocks.
Yeah.
But second semester, man, I was like, I got my ass kicked.
Oh, you had to get humble.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
see.
And there are times in my life where what is going on? And it's just, God doesn't put anything in front of you that you cannot handle. You just cannot lose faith.
Yeah.
And you have to believe in Him. And when God puts that opportunity in
Oh,
front
yeah.
of you,
If you
It's-
don't take
take
it, it goes by.
and then He'll be there.
Yeah.
He'll be there, but
Yeah.
they put Him there He puts it there all the time.
Yeah.
Like my son, he goes to church. My oldest two are still not.
Okay.
They don't, but they never went to Inspire either.
Yeah.
They were both out of the house by the time I
Yeah.
started going to Inspire.
What's important is be an example of a disciple. And honestly, since I've committed, surrendered, there's like no lukewarm anything anymore. Everyone that I come across, they see the peace, the freedom, the joy that I have.
You look so happy, by the way.
I am. Because when you get filled with the Holy Spirit, He gives you that. And you start impacting other people who are going through a hard time, and they just want to know how they can get this peace. And you just share it with them. And then I've had a couple of friends use, God's watching out for me. I'm like, hallelujah, yes, He is.
You know what? Some people are going to hear this and they're going to say the same thing. God's looking out for me. I watched this for a reason.
Yeah.
For sure.
Exactly.
But I was supposed to say, hey, we're back. We never left.
It's so good.
You know, this is why we got to make this more casual.
I like it.
Yeah. We were talking before you came in about setting this up as more like a kind of seating area with, like a coffee table. We had a couch, coffee table.
Women love to sit crisscross applesauce.
Oh, yeah?
I'm just saying. And then we like to lean in.
Yeah. It's maybe have a little cocktail or something, some flowers. Just make it a little. We're not. What is it? Bill Maher. He has I don't know if he's a political left-leaning commentary guy. And I actually like him because he's actually coming more to center. But he does a talk show. He does this more seriously. And then he does one where he's smoking a joint and he has his guest on. And I can't remember what the name of it is. I don't watch it, but every once in a while I'll see clips of it. Anyway, I don't want to be that laid back. Although I don't have a security clearance anymore. Mine's expired. Oh my gosh, so here's another one.
Yeah.
I don't know how these memories come to my head, but when I can't even remember why I walk upstairs half the time.
Agreed.
But
me too.
Speaking things,
into fruition.
I was driving up to, I want to say Princeton for a football game.
Okay.
And I was with this guy. He was a senior. I was a junior. I think I was a junior, or maybe I was a sophomore. He was a junior. But we're driving. He got this brand new red Grand Prix, and it was a super cool sports car, brand new. He was a second class. Okay. I know because that's when everyone buys their new car. They get their car loan. And we're driving up New Jersey, and it's kind of where the freeway 95 and whatever, they intersect, and the New Jersey Turnpike or whatever. And he's like saying, you know what, man, God's good, man. I feel good about this. And then we merge, and he said something else too. Yeah. And I'm like, don't say this. He merges, and then traffic stops, and he gets right in between a big rig on the front and a big rig on the back. The big rig on the front stops. He stops. The big rig in the back did not. And I was in the front passenger seat, and I'm lurched forward, and I'm watching the front of the car come right up in my face.
No.
And I'm thinking, he shouldn't have said that. He should not have said that. Don't speak those bad things into existence. Speak good things into existence.
Amen. I mean, we're always told in church, whatever you say is going to happen because it creates legs, and why not say good things?
That's because Pastor Mike's a golfer.
Is that what it is?
He's a golfer. And golfers know, if you look at the water hazard and you're saying don't hit the ball in the water, you're going to hit the ball in the water. That's so bad. But what you say, you're right, manifests itself.
Yeah.
If you say I'm going to be a failure, you're going to fail.
Happen. Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
Again, it's not bad to have fear.
Honestly, throughout my life, and I've had a life so far, I've really had to be this own champion. People will be happy for you and they will help you along the way, but when you go through seasons that really take you down, you got to look at the cup half full. You can't say, oh, I'm just a loser and I can't get out of this wherever I'm at. If you say that's your body's reaction to how you're going to react. But if you say there's a way out, I'm going to take care of this responsibly. And I feel at age 9 or 10, when that happened, I felt like there was more. And if I didn't think that, I don't know that my grandma's friend would have came to offer me a better whatever that was. I didn't know what it was. And
Your whole life is built on courage
Yeah.
to take that leap of faith. Russia, adoption, getting out of Minnesota at 17 and joining the army, falling in love, deciding to leave, coming to, and now starting this. I have no doubt that you're going to be successful. 100%.
Praying, so I have a lot of people praying for me.
And I have no doubt.
You can't do it by yourself, though.
No.
The people, you guys, your efforts and me buying my first home, people always tell me, I can't buy here. I said, wait, did you try? Did you talk to the right people? Did you have friends who are realtors? I feel like we are our own weakness when we don't know everything, and we're never going to know everything. So you have to go out there and talk. You have to ask. Some people say, I'm not comfortable asking for help. That sounds like a personal problem because now you are your own limitation.
And part of it, too, is who do you trust?
Exactly.
We do not trust, and for good reason. You hear all these bad stories, not just about buying a home, but just, trusting somebody with your personal information because some people don't care about you.
Some people don't
All they care about is making a dollar. Or making something for themselves, not for you.
It's always a gain versus how can I help you?
And that is very difficult, but you have to, using your network, find the people who you can trust.
That's all my life's been network. I remember a job and now serving with kids and kids ministry at Inspire. Please check us out. Great people. We do everything we can to pour into the foundation. Early foundation is the key to kids' success in life. My life has been all about those people who I trusted. I didn't rely on everybody, but there are people that poured into me. They don't even know that I am who I am because of them. Yeah. And sometimes it's one of those things, well, what am I going to get from it? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You just do it because of your values, what matters to you.
Wow, I've learned so much today. Not just about you, but just about kind of just having the right attitude. Yeah. You talk about surrender. I talk about courage. Just having the right attitude. Yeah. Seeing opportunity. Yeah. This podcast is called In Search of Excellence, and I'm sitting next to excellence. And it's a challenge. And I love Gigi. Such a good kid. You've done all right.
Thank you.
You've done good.
It's a commitment.
It is.
Raising a child is a commitment.
It is. Raising a child by yourself is a commitment.
Yes. Yeah.
But it takes a tribe. It does take a tribe.
You can't do it by yourself.
What do you want your daughter to say about you in 20 years, 30 years? We're going to end it with that.
Dang, I wish you'd give me a heads up about that.
That's why I'm asking you the question. None of this is scripted.
I think my daughter would say that my mom is selfless. It's always about other people, including with her life. And she sees how much I pour into her, how much I commit to her. And even now she's getting into the teenage years, our relationship is different because we've learned to trust each other. We've grown up together. I've grown up with her.
Yeah. Really?
And I made mistakes, and she's had to forgive me for. And to be able to experience that type of relationship, she's taught me how to have a relationship with other people. And when I'm selfless, she's like, why are we doing this? I'm like, because that's what Jesus would do. That's the right thing. And she knows I will give my last. I actually taught her. Kids at school like to take each other's pencils, writing utensils. And she gets so mad. She gets so frustrated about it. I'm like, baby, if they need a pencil, give it to them. You know we can go to a store and get more because God blesses us to do it. So be a blessing to somebody else. And she now knows if somebody wants something, she's like, okay, because we're blessed.
I take pens.
I borrow pens. I don't take them. I borrow.
Like, this is a nice pen. I like the
Eventually, I return them. Nuts, but no, seriously. But I think that's what she'll say.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. Uliya, it was such a pleasure having you on the podcast today. I'm excited for the big change.
Me too.
And we'll have to have you on here, a little
Follow
after,
up.
6 months after. How's it going? And you're
Okay.
gonna gray hair all over the place.
They're coming in, but we can end it. And I know that you're trying to finish, but there's so many reasons why I made that change. But one of the things is when my health started taking a toll. When I joined the government, DoD is a mission that it matters. National security matters. It mattered to me that it matters that much. I am all about celebrating the flag. I'm all about serving the country. And when I started losing that matter, that care for what we do in the mission that we do in the country that we support, one of the things I had to really look at, what changed? When the people inside stop taking care of you, does the mission become greater than self? And I know there's people out there that give up themselves for what it is that they're working for, and you are no good to the mission if you don't take care of you. And I really had to take a step back and look at how much it was taking a toll on me. And one of the biggest challenges in my life that I had to go through was burnout. I know the definition of a burnout. I've never lived it. But when your health starts getting impacted, the mission means nothing. And then you really stop taking care of it. So to do a service for both myself and the government, I just decided I think this is the time that we're supposed to make a change. Instead of, I know a lot of people suffered through it and just stick around, but I think there's a bigger lesson that, in the moment that this challenging time, I think it can be used as a benefit. So basically what I'm saying is, remember how I said sometimes you just have to do what you need to do to get to where you're supposed to be? I think at the end of the day, God placed me to make a change in my life, and whatever that looks like, he made me make a decision. And I didn't know that was going to be this year, but he's been prepping me for a year now.
I would say nobody's gonna, not that you care,
Yeah.
but nobody's gonna fault you for leaving. Because you got to take care of you.
Yeah.
But you served our country for 22 years.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to take any of that away from you. And that's incredible. And most people don't serve a day.
Yeah.
And you talk about selfless. There's a lot of sacrifice in that.
Yeah.
And your daughter's going to see that. And she's going to see you struggle in this new job.
Yeah.
But it's a job that you have a passion for. It's
Yeah.
not. It is a new mission. It's
It
actually
is,
what it is that you have a passion for.
Yeah.
And I think I'm excited to see you grow in this new field, the consulting. Reckless
Technology.
Reckless Technologies. WRECKLESS.
You keep spelling things on me.
I don't know, because you got like Island Style Reckless, which is RECK.
It's the reckless.
Okay.
RECK.
Okay. All right.
LESS.
All right. You're reckless. Maybe I got it.
I
all
wasn't
wrong.
creative like that.
No. All right.
Though most people were questioning why I named it reckless, but they're like, it's going to keep people away from your business consulting. But most people are reckless with technology.
Yeah.
So name it what it is.
Yeah. So, what is your company going to special? We'll get this out there. I want to be on the
Appreciate
put
that.
the information.
Yeah.
So, what is your specialty? What are you focusing on?
GRC. So bottom line, it's governance, risk, compliance. And when I say this to any normal person, I've had to really address how I say it.
You got to dumb it down for
right,
people like
exactly.
me. Yeah.
Yes. So tell me if this works. So imagine your house, and you are the owner, right? In a house, you have people who access your door, people who could possibly throw a rock at your window and it breaks, so they can access it that way. You have certain procedures in place that, if a fire starts inside the house, you have a process in place that can take out the fire. Cybersecurity, GRC, governance, risk, compliance, is basically that. you give certain rules for what goes in and out, and you put procedures in place for people who live in your house to know and understand how to take care of certain process, certain scenarios.
But this is not just this is a business. You're
is
doing it not so much for a house. You're doing it for the business.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
The house is just an example.
Okay.
That's my way of dumbing it down.
Okay.
It didn't work.
No, it works.
Okay, good.
Basically, it's like you're protecting everything, any way to protect the home.
Cybersecurity is basically you're protecting the network that you are on. So in a business, you have a network like here. We have microphones. We have this box that's sitting right here. We have laptops. We got a couple other things that are here. So if you're thinking about how is data protected, can somebody get into this laptop right now and take over what we're talking about and make something else, skew the different, skew the purpose of what it is that we're talking about? Or can somebody come in and then take over for what it is that we're doing here?
Shut us down.
Yeah,
completely.
shut us down, yeah. Electricity.
Take out the grid.
Yeah, the grid, yep. So basically that's what Cybersecurity, Reckless Technologies, LLC Consulting is. We come in and we help you identify any weaknesses. We also talk about strength that you have and what's working. Because compliance sometimes doesn't always mean you took care of the risk, and vice versa. Risk doesn't always mean that you are compliant.
So who's your perfect client?
So I struggle with this one a little bit because when my nonprofit and LLC, they kind of address similar, what do we call that?
Topics.
Client. They address similar clients, but right now, as I'm starting out with my LLC, I'm focused more on private schools, charters, who else? Small businesses that don't have a way to decide, do I need insurance, cybersecurity insurance? A lot of people...
That's a new thing.
Yeah. A lot of people will say, I haven't had an incident, so I don't need cybersecurity. That's not true, because don't you want to know your baseline of how healthy you are with cybersecurity? So I basically come in and we'll talk a little bit, we'll talk story, and we'll kind of gather some information. I don't have to do intrusive pen testing or anything. I don't have to get into your network. We can, if that's something you want to do, to see if anybody can enter into your network and take over for your business. You have a lot of sensitive information.
I do.
I could come
it's
in.
all up here, safe.
That's not good.
Forget it.
But that's what consulting really does. And we do have a free digital assessment that I do, and then I'll provide a report, and there's different services that somebody can take advantage of.
I want to go so much longer.
I know.
Now we're getting into some stuff that I'm interested in, like with AI and this new...
It's everywhere.
What was it? The new 5, whatever, for Claude.
Oh, we got Claude, Chad, we got Perplex.
No, but they just had a new one that was the government had shut down. Basically said you can't.
Oh, yeah.
I forget what it's called. Fable 5.
Let's
All right, hey,
finish
give me a small. Give me a small shirt. Yeah. Give me a drink. No, give me a small shirt. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna end this now, and every guest gets a shirt. You already have one, but this is a brand new one.
Okay.
Yeah, this is
Thank you.
This
Perfect.
is
Good throw.
BAH, stands for
I
Buy a
love
House,
it.
black and white.
Thank you.
It matches your cybersecurity.
Yeah,
color, so.
yeah. Thank you so much.
And thank you so much for coming on.
Of course.
It's
Thank you for having
such
me.
a great conversation, and we'll see you at church. We'll see you at the collective.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Have a great one. Aloha.
Thanks for tuning in to In Search of Excellence Island Style. Stay connected for more conversations with leaders raising the standard through purpose, values, and aloha.